Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Orchid People. I'm here with another new episode of Around the World. As I said, our episode is gonna be in this series just about world's daily updates about important news and stuff. So that if you are not watching any news, just busy with your everyday life and don't know what's going around, you can just easily watch my videos and get to know what's happening. So today my guest is Noman. He is my friend from my back home. So yeah, Noman, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm very glad to be a part of this video also, and I'm really exciting to start from this side.
Yeah, thank you for joining with
Okay.
us. So yeah, I mean today,
Yeah.
so we are gonna start. We are gonna directly go to the top 10 headlines of today about what's going on around the world. So number one is gonna be the U.S. and Saudi strikes target Iran-backed groups in Iraq. So the US Central Command,
Yeah.
CENTCOM, and Saudi forces carried out joint precision strikes against Iran-aligned groups in eastern Iraq, targeting logistics and weapon facilities. This was in response to more than 30 drone attacks directed by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) over the previous 72 hours. So they're just like trying to fight back what IRGC did for the past 72 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, exactly. So
So,
following, yeah. So following that, if you see,
according to the report of your, hmm.
yeah, go
Yeah, you
ahead.
can talk.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, sorry.
Go on.
So
Okay.
following that,
Yeah.
Iran launches missiles at US base in Jordan. So uh, I mean, so if you see our previous point that US and Saudi uh, jointly like strikes back at against Iran, right? So then I guess for that reverse attack, I guess Iran launches missiles at US base in Jordan. So Iran fired multiple ballistic missiles at US military base in Jordan in an attempted surprise attack, according to CENTCOM. All missiles were reportedly intercepted, but the attack briefly paused in fighting and caused oil prices to spike over 4%. So oil prices got down like 5% the other day. Now it got rise up to 4% again in this day. So what do you think about that? What? Because we previously we like in our last episode like we saw the war could cool down, but it's like rising up again, or it's just like getting more again. So what do you think on that, no man?
Okay, according to the report, as you can see, the US Central Command, also known as CENTCOM, worked with Saudi forces to carry out perception and strike against logistic centers and weapon storage facilities used by Iran backend armed groups. So you can see the operation come after more than 30 drones attack were originally launched by the group like Iran Islamic Revolutionary Groups and IRGC within a period of 72 hours. The US started to strike again. We intend to weaken the operation capability of all the groups and protect the American personal sustaination and the region. So, as we can see, this world is not being in that position to we can actually think around those kind of things. Also, many countries have called the resistant and diplomatic dialogue to prevent the further escalation. Expect one to the continued military construction could affect the global energy market, region security, and international trade. You have already mentioned about the oil section, which we can already select on the international trade also. So I think we need to focus then how can we not to be go in there and not this kind of reduction where it can be in a worse situation for world trade also,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
we can yeah.
definitely, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you look at the world trade, I mean, it's like really like an in an imbalancing point right now. It's just going up and down, up and down. If you just see the war is gonna get cooled down, okay, oil prices go down again. Strait of Hormuz is like
Yeah, yeah.
operating in a normal situation, but
It's not be in that particular position where we can easily communicate with this through this. It will be up or it will be down. But in this situation, they just focusing their war and their center command and the Saudi military force to doing this kind of things. Not what happening in the other world. They are really don't know about what happening in the other world. They are only focusing on their world. I think that's the main issue over there.
Yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah. So I don't know if it's like the start of World War III or something else. We have no clue about that. We can see. So if we just go on our next point, Trump holds very good White House meetings with Netanyahu and Zelensky. So President Trump hosted back-to-back meetings with Israeli PM Netanyahu and Ukrainian President Zelensky in Washington. These discussions, which Trump described as productive, covered the wars in the Middle East and Ukraine, as well as regional security. So if you follow Zoran Mamdani, right, the mayor of New York City.
Yeah,
So you can see like he literally threatened Netanyahu that he's a war criminal, so he can't
yeah,
enter New York City, right? So that was,
yeah.
that was like an interesting thing. So you mean just Netanyahu is gonna stay at Washington right now? Just gonna hold the meeting and he's gonna come back. Do you think he's gonna enter New York City? What do you think? He's gonna get arrested or what?
It's just like a things yeah, you're just talking about. The recent past, we just saw 2 days before earlier that here our New York mayor already defined how Netanyahu is a terror activities and all over things. The total evacuated those kind of particular situation over there,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
seriously he convict him like he just create those kind of genocide, and he actually called him as a work of terror, and those kind of particular uh, accusation to him. So if he came back to New York, I don't think they will be arrest him, but in a particular situation you just looked how Donald Trump is connect with those Israel president, right? So
yeah.
that's the main
I know.
point.
Like basically, he just he basically like held the meeting because of the regional security in the Middle East and the wars, I guess. So we all know about
Yeah.
that, and we also know what Ukrainian President Zelensky, like, he is also doing a war with Russia, I guess. So I think, that's all we can focus on this point. So if you just
I
like,
think
yeah,
there a little bit part over there that I on Ukraine and Russia issues, United States always uh, be to do something to put in themselves in there. That will be a massive disaster for every kind of country over there, which we called we you already mentioned World War Three, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
The
That make
Trump association is not been convicted in over there. That's the main point. And as we can see, the Trump described both meeting as a very good and said the focus on two major international conflict: the war of the Middle East and the war in Ukraine. Discussion also included regional security, military operation, possible diplomatic effort to reduce the tension, and meeting with the both leader at the same day reflect the importance of those ongoing conflict U.S. foreign policy. The United States also continue to play a major role to supporting allies and encouraging negotiation and promoting the relation sustainability, and their meeting may influence future military aid and peace talk and international cooperation. While no major agreement were publicly announced, those kind of parties, the decisions are viewed over the important step in maintain this close diplomatic relationship. So we can easily see that they are trying to do something like this to stop those kind of war, and also talking about peace talk. But rather than they are doing the same thing over Middle East, not they already supporting Ukraine, so they want to save Ukraine from Russia. On the other hand, they're trying to put Israel also to devastating situation over Iran. So how can you justify those things?
Yeah, exactly. It's like we all know the double standard like that is going all around the world. It's like I don't even want to provide examples, as you already know. So yeah, we are just gonna move on
Yeah,
to our next point. That is like we already know about Japan. 7.1 magnitude earthquake strikes Japan, killing at least
yeah,
13, not 30, 13.
yeah.
So a powerful
We have
shallow,
to.
yeah. So if a powerful shallow earthquake hit Japan's Kumamoto, if I am pronouncing it right, Kumamoto prefecture, causing widespread damage,
Mhm.
including house fires, bridge collapses, and a deadly explosion at Aeon shopping mall. Hundreds were evacuated and thousands of homes lost power. So, I mean, there's nothing more to say about that. We all know Japan is a struggling country. They always struggles. They always pushes forward. They always comes at front. They can easily handle this kind of natural calamities, I guess. So, I mean, you also have the same point like me in this, right?
Yeah, definitely. Japan is one of the world most earthquake-prone countries, as you can see, because it lies along the Pacific Ocean areas, the Ring of Fires. For this reason, the country has advanced earthquake resistance building and disaster prepared system. In
Yeah,
recent
exactly.
past, we have also saw this kind of things, right? So we pray for them. Even this precaution, powerful earthquake can still cause major damage and loss of life. The event remind us the importance of energy planning and the strong infrastructure. So you can see the natural disaster can always be prevented, but effectively preparation can generally reduce their impact, which we can already see from Japan. So it's hard to hear that the lots of people lost their lives. So my heart continues to hit them. That's the things I want to add it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess we gotta call our Prime Minister Tariq Rahman to get more serious infrastructure, I guess, to
Yeah,
build
definitely.
the to
As
build
you
the
can see, the
country.
7.1 is much bigger than from this side. If
Yeah.
it will be happen in any kind of day in
Yeah,
Dhaka,
may
then
Allah,
it
I
will
mean,
be
yeah,
like
may Allah
lots of
forbid. I mean, if we don't face this kind of circumstances, may Allah forbid.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's the thing.
Because Japan has a lot of potential over there, and their infrastructure is much more modern than us. But you can, uh, I think, no one can believe if any kind of things will happen in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, that will be
Yeah,
a much disaster. But
or like South
and
Asian countries like we know Nepal, India,
yeah,
Bangladesh, right? So yeah, I mean Bangladesh. So I mean that's how it is. All right. So we are gonna move to
yeah,
our
yeah,
next point. That is, IRGC Navy intercepts and stops three oil tankers in Strait of Hormuz. As we were
yeah,
mentioning earlier, that the Strait of Hormuz thing, right? So Iran's
yeah.
Revolutionary Guards said they targeted and stopped three oil tankers in the strategic Strait of Hormuz, claiming they ignored warnings and took an unsafe route. This further escalates regional tensions over the vital waterway. So I mean the tanker could be from the US, or I don't know, from any other country. They were warning, but they
I
took the
think
unsafe route. But
there is a
luckily they
little
didn't
bit
shoot that.
funny over there.
Yeah, but luckily they didn't bomb the tankers. That's the, I mean, luckiest part, I guess. Yeah,
I think there always be a funny part about that particular Hormuz situation right now. Any kind of parties do not need to be engaged over there, right? Because
yeah,
there's a massive area where we can easily pathway from this country to another countries, from that side to this side. So as you can see, the any disruption in this area raise concern about global energy supplies and shipping security. So trader closely watch the developments because uncertainty can quickly increase oil prices and transportation costs also. That's the major conflict between them and us, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
this incident can added already a high tension in the Middle East government. Several government have urged all the parties respect the international navigation laws and avoid those kind of things, and don't try to escalate this situation further for near future, which can be it's very affect and international trade and energy market also. So I think those those parties or those countries whoever trying to uh, turn this out and trying to power concept in Hormuz Pranali. So they need to be they not need to be go there and doing this kind of things also, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. They gotta be more friendly, and they obviously gotta stop the war, as we were mentioning earlier. So yeah, if we move on
Yeah,
our next point, US
because
bans. Yeah,
it could be oil prices and shipping cost also can increase over there for this kind of things.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah. That makes total sense. See, if we just move to our next point, US bans imports of Chinese humanoid robots and power inverters. So the Trump administration banned imports of advanced humanoid and quadruped robots as well as power inverters from China, The FCC cited the need to protect the US artificial intelligence supply chain from national security threats. I mean, so US China trade war, we can see kind of like US China trade war. I mean, he's Trump administration is banning imports of advanced humanoid and quadruped robots from China. I mean, it's the thing that, I mean, Chinese things are definitely much stronger than the US. I mean, we all know, right? The robots, and like they're already, China is like kind of far ahead from US, you know, so they're just trying to like, I mean, yeah. So what do you think on that?
You can see the supporters argue to limiting the import of sensitive technologies can reduce security risks and encouraging the domestic innovation also. So
Yeah,
critics, however, they can warn the such restriction may increase costs, disrupt supply chains, and intensify the trade tension between the world two largest economics, right? So you can see the China economics and the US economics. This decision reflect growing competition in an artificial intelligence and advanced technology. So that's the main reason they're trying to ban on these particular things, and they are thinking how could it will be impact for their economy, because it increases the trade tension and supply chain changes. So that's the two most vital part from my side. I think they're thinking about it and then they make this kind of decision to ban on that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just kind of uh, like lame thing from the US. I mean, we all know. So
Yeah,
yeah, so if we just move to our next point, Apple's market cap briefly hits record 5 trillion. Like, are you serious, bro? Like, Apple's market
yeah,
capitalization surpassed 5 trillion during trading, making it only the second company in history to reach this milestone after Nvidia. I mean, we all know Nvidia is like a graphic designing company. So the company's stock has risen about 25% this year, like 25%, bro, benefiting from stronger customer demand. So Apple is just moving forward like a lot day by day as it is used to, right? So we are thinking probably iPhone 18 releasing this year, I guess, right? Is it?
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can see the Apple briefly last for few years how they more than the market identified themselves a market value of $5 million during this trading, so making it one of the most valuable companies in history. It will be very much uh, good for them. The milestone reflect also customers' demand, and on you can say the investor confidence and continuing growth, the Apple products and service also, right?
yeah.
The company stock has also risen the significantly in this year, and particularly they support by invention and a strong financial performance and expanding AI related product in those recent past, right? So that could be their highest market value, shows the investor they expect Apple to remain a global technology leader despite of increasing competition. So they are focusing on that particular part also.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, you all can see that. Yeah, so
So
yes,
that's the main
Apple.
reason they have already got this kind of 5 trillion market capitalization, right? So
Exactly. Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the main part over there, that supply and demand.
yeah. I mean, you all know about that. So I mean, Apple is Apple anyway. So if we just move to our next point, Canada allows Netanyahu's plane to use its airspace. I mean, I think this is gonna be the kind of most interesting point, I would say. I mean, let's see. So what is happening here? So the Israeli government confirmed it sought and received permission from PM Netanyahu's plane to overfly Canadian airspace on its way to Washington. This has sparked debate as PM Mark Carney had previously pledged to arrest Netanyahu if he entered Canada due to an ICC arrest warrant. So I don't want to talk anything about Canada. So if you want to talk anything on this point, if you want to go ahead, sir.
So I think the Canada just allowed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu aircraft to fly through Canadian airspace on its way on Washington, and you can see the pathway why they trying to put this decision over there. The decision
Yeah,
sparked debate because of the previous political statement regarding an arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court, and
yeah,
supporters argue allowed to overflight a routine aviation decision, while critics believe it raises question about Canada diplomatic conspiracy, right?
yeah,
Constituency, and they highlight the complex relationship between international law, diplomacy, and aviation regulation. So, in my particular opinion, the Canada government didn't think that kind of things. They are just gradually uh, agree with this decision because they want to put a good relationship with US also. So in that particular thing, they believe the international law, which we can see over later. But at this moment, we can grant those kind of permission to allow Netanyahu's plane to use our airspace. So that's the things.
Yeah, exactly. I guess there might be. So if we just move to our next point, UN warns that delivering water to Gaza families is deadly. So the head of
Yeah.
UNICEF for the Palestinian territory stated that delivering water to desperate families in Gaza is a deadly pursuit due to Israeli attacks damaging pipelines. Two UNICEF truck drivers were killed and in April while attempting to deliver water. So right now we can't even deliver water. Like what is going on over there, bro? Like this has to stop anyway. I mean, people are raising
Yeah.
their voice, but like the head of the UNICEF for the Palestinian, the head of the UNICEF for the Palestinian Authority, Palestinian territory, the head guy, he is saying that. I mean, he stated that if you can't even deliver water, like I mean, like because of the Israeli attacks to damaging pipelines, and truck drivers were killed in April. Like, what do you think? I mean, you know, like I know what you think on that, but I mean, what do you want to say on that, bro? Like, it's so frustrating and like what they're doing in Gaza, right? They are not, I mean, stopping the war there. So that's the thing.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see the report, according to the UNICEF official, damaged pipelines and ongoing attacks have made humanitarian operation difficult, right? The
Yeah,
report also mentioned the aid workers have lost their lives while trying to deliver the essential supplies. They are trying to put themselves over there to
yeah.
for
They were
those
just
kind of
they were not even like they were not attacking anyone. They were just supplying water,
yeah.
bro. They
They
are
are just
supplying water for the
supplying
desperate
their
families,
essential
man.
deliveries over there, right? So as you can we all agree the water is a basic human necessity, and interruption in supply increase the risk of disease and humiliation suffering also. So international organization continue to call for safe humanitarian access and protection for aid workers. This situation reminds us the civilians are often the most affected during any kind of conflict between two countries, right? So what we are warning that the UN give, delivery water is Gaza is extremely dangerous at this point. Why this water is delivery very difficult? Because due to damaged infrastructure and ongoing conflict, those pipelines are damaged very rationally, right? So this kind of things over there is happening right now. Who is most affected? You can easily say the civilians, especially the family and the children. You can see that between two countries always conflict, no military acquisition on the other particular point at damage, but the vital part is the most affected people over there definitely civilian, especially from those kind of families and the children also. So I think we need to look over always need to look this those particular point because it's a very important things for a country. So
Yeah,
how could
exactly. I mean, it's a humanitarian thing, and you just can't ignore. I mean, it's a thing the world needs to speak about this. Everybody is
yeah,
silent. I mean, we are celebrating the World Cup victory. We are watching the World Cup. We are doing all the
yeah,
important things. I mean, in the world. I mean, all non-important and important things in the world. But why we cannot like focus on that? What is happening over there? All we can do is just donate
mm,
10 or $12, like online, like going to a site for the donation for Palestine. But we just can't do anything. It's a thing. I mean,
yeah.
it's just we all just getting sad day by day. I mean, I guess may Allah looks after them, may Allah bless them, may Allah be with them all the time. That's my prayers with them, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's
Yeah,
many things.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
So if we just with a very sad moment, if we just go to our next point, number 10,
yeah.
SK Hynix misses Q2 estimates, sparking take route. I mean, I think it's a South Korean company. I'm just hearing about this for the first time. I mean, if you know about that, I mean, if you I don't know if you know about that. So South Korea's SK Hynix reported record revenue and operating profit, but the results missed market expectations. The miss contributed to a tech sell-off, with the company's shares plunging over 10% and the Kospi index falling more than 6%. So I guess it's a stock market thing. I don't know what's the Kospi. Kospi index. I mean, if you know anything about this point, if you wanna let the
You
audience know.
can see over there as like the result, right? The company share price dropped sharply,
Yeah.
contributing to a wide decline in South Korea's stock market. This showed that financial market are influenced not only the profit but also by the whether companies meet or exist the expansion. Investor closely monitoring to earning report because they provide insight into future business performance. They are looking for the future business performance only. They're not trying to put themselves over there. The technology sector remains highly competitive because we all see how the world is competitively growing through this kind of things. So especially in the semiconductor industry, where companies must continuously inverted to maintain their growth. Huh? So for this, what will be the happen over the shares? They fell sharply after earning disappointing those investor, right?
All right. All
So the
right.
company market is a profit. They thought that would be a profit, but it reported record the revenue and operating profit cannot be go over there. And why did the market react negatively? This is the main things, because the result missed the market expansion.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
Oh,
need to
okay.
look for the, because the midst of this market expansion, this kind of things is happen over there. That's it.
All right. Yeah, I see. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, yeah, I think they recover from the situation or they meet
Yeah,
their
definitely.
expectation, I guess.
I think they need to focus over there. What is their market expansion? So after
Exactly.
that, they can easily cover up those kind of situation right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. So I think we gotta sum up our episode here. So yeah. So that was our episode
Yeah,
for today. That was I guess top 10 headlines for what is going on around the world. And yeah. So do you wanna say anything for the audience, no man? Like you want them to support us and like uh
yeah. I think people can easily get some information from us from this video, because all the people are worked in their own particular things. Some
yeah.
people's always compete in kind of things like their job and business and other things, so might be they slightly miss those kind of important news, so easily they can find out those important news from us. It will be very opportunity for me to talking about here with you and the orchid people. I wish people will come more and over there and subscribe. People need to be subscribed there. And thanks, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all I wanna say, thank you everybody to watch this video. Make sure you don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share as much as you can among your friends and stay with us.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I wanna
that's all.
say, yeah. So I wanna say bye bye from my side. Yeah.
Yeah, from my side also. Thank you so much again, Abir, for
Yeah. Thank you.
having
Thank
me
you
here.
for exactly.
So,
I mean, no, thank you basically. I mean, to join with my video and share your opinions. Definitely, it's a pleasure for me to talk with you and exactly. Yeah.
okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz, everyone.
Yeah. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.